Mcfarlane has entered the Ninja Turtle game with this Page Puncher's Leonardo figure. Yes, this is based on the artwork of Sophie Campbell. You can see it right here. But is it better than Best Action? Is it better than NECA? Hell, is it better than Playmates? I only bought one of them because really, I don't know. I don't know how this line's going to be. I don't know if I need them all. But the packaging is certainly pretty cool. Nice little display window for the bubble, Leonardo. The back, we got the Sophie Campbell artwork. A lot of people, me included, have thought maybe these follow the Mateus Santaluco art. The page puncher they included is the Micro Series one-shot with art by Campbell. So it actually makes sense. It's probably not Santaluco. It's probably Campbell. This was, what, $25 at Target? This is the only one they had. There's also a Donnie out, a Foot Soldier, and Shredder. So let's see if these are up to snuff, if we're going to get them. What we're going to do the patented flap method, okay? We're going to be flapping to open these. So you're just going to go along the bottom. God damn. I don't particularly care about the packaging here. It's just, you know, when you get a chance to show off the flap method, you do it. You do it. It's definitely harder on the curve of the plastic. If you want to preserve the packaging and not lose it for the figure, right? So you just have a flap along the bottom. You can also do the sides. You could do like here or whatever, but you have this nice little flap, and then you can pull everything out. What the hell is this? Got this flap. This one's a hard flap because it goes and it dents in. So this is, I don't know. Mcfarlane, I like bubble carded figures. They're fun. They're a vibe, but they are a real pain in the ass to open. Don't flap these. These ones, not a good flap option. But the comic is really stellar. Page Puncher edition. That's kind of neat. Yeah, digital. Do I get digital points for Mcfarlane? I don't know. But yeah, so script by Brian Lynch, art by Sophie Campbell. So yeah, actually, that makes a lot of sense. That is a Sophie Campbell turtle. And yeah, this is the full comic. This is a fun one. If you've seen like the first Turtle movies, basically the first Turtle movie takes essentially this kind of story, which echoes the Mirage story, where Leo's fighting all the foot by himself and just gets rocked, you know. But it's a dope comic, and I really do love Sophie's artwork. So, did this transfer over well? Did they nail the look of it all? I want to say though, the comic, it doesn't feel good. Like the paper quality, it's I don't know. There's something weird. This page feels good. But yeah, this is a dope comic. Did they capture the comic look? Let's see here. Let's see what's going on with this Leo. So you get Leo, you get an extra head. So there's a serious head, you get an angry head, you get two swords, two extra feet. Swappable feet is a new one. Two extra hands, and then there's the sheath there. It looks like we do have some goddamn ties, because why not? Have that there. Let's check out this figure. I mean, right off the bat, I'm going to say I don't like the paintwork. It's very flat. This is why people are thinking, I mean, amongst other things, like it's IDW, but like the main IDW Best Action figures, not painted, very just flat plastically. The shell is cool, but otherwise it's fairly dull. But you get into like, this is the battle ready edition with like the black wash, and not everybody loves this either, but I think it goes a long way in alleviating some of the plasticness. So if you want the direct comparison, so here's our two IDW turtles. God, this one's gotten loose over time. I mean, the Santaluco turtles are a little higher, but they're almost neck and neck, quite literally, right? So difference is negligible. If we compare this turtle, like if you have the Best Action turtles and you just want to get like a Leo, that works. That's a good That's a good freaking size. That's a good comparison. So I think this is a stand-in. I don't know. I can't remember if the Donnie's taller. Does that mean I have to get a Donnie now? God damn it. I don't know. But look, that fits right in with Shredder. That's super rad. How does it look next to like a NECA? If you want to see the size comparison. If we could focus. Come on. Kind of similar thing. Like obviously this guy looks like a little kid, but you could do your own like Turtles Forever. So I wouldn't say they pair well. NECA has giant Freako turtles. So the articulation, interesting. There's like a ratcheting thing going on. Full Townsend though, the butterfly joint, kind of like the Mcfarlane thing. I don't know that does anything. Like the Best Action Turtles, I think, god damn, their stupid bandanas. I think they have like a better thing. Not that they're like super great, but I don't know. Maybe like I don't think this butterfly joint really does anything. So there's that. Ugh. Single jointed elbows. Look at that wrist. That is Jesus Christ. It does feel Mcfarlane. Although, is that a better looking joint than Best Action? Probably. So for goddamn bandanas comparison's sake, here's there's a Best Action elbow and then a Mcfarlane elbow. So aesthetically, I don't know if either of them are like super great, but Best Action is ahead of Mcfarlane there. Obviously, there's no waist action. The legs, ooh. God damn, yeah, you're not. Well, I mean, oofity oof. I mean, you can. Yeah, I'm doing this for you. So be really careful because if you mash those together, that's gouging itself and scraping. So what is a Super 7? Yeah, the range is just not. You can force it, but I wouldn't recommend it. That range, yet we're like dead in the water here. You can do like an A-frame. You have single jointed knees, which I don't know, like not very smooth. Like it's fine. It's fine for a pose or whatnot. The feet are better. Look at that. Look, see, look at they have these big old goddamn tree trunk freaking ankles, but you have better forward movement here. Because like there's that. This was the biggest problem with the Best Action to me. Like the ankles, they don't go forward at all. Like it's just you're just there. You're there and that's like freaking it. Right? But that one, that's actually really nice. There's a decent ankle movement, even though it looks freaking terrible. So articulation, it's all right. I'm very interested how the feet. Look at that. What a time to be alive. Have we ever seen? I mean, I'm not like a toy fucking master or nothing with every toy ever, but I don't think I've ever seen a foot like that. That's nutty. That's some nutty that's some nutty action. So what's the difference there? Mcfarlane. See, this is you could do a tray. Look at this. Look at Mcfarlane doing a freaking tray on a blister card. Look at that. You don't that NECA, you could do this shit. That you can't tell me that costs very much. So let's just pop out. Let's pop out everything. And then we're ready to rock. What do we get here? You get yourself. So here's the 2 feet, a righty and a lefty. They're conveniently marked. You get the little scabbard peg, which that's really interesting. That just goes in the back like that. You get 2 katana. Those are pretty good. Not like crazy painted or nothing, but they look metally. Again, better than Super 7 did. Silver paint, how does that work? And then the little thing, you get 2 fists, which very like 2012 reminiscent going on, right? And then you get Leo's like angry head. Actually, not bad. Not bad. So what are we doing with the feet? That's kind of, I'm not going to lie, that's kind of dope. Like the, well, as I say, is this one, like, doesn't fucking come off. It's not dope. It's not dope anymore. I will also point out the toes are a different shade of green than the rest of the skin. Can you see that? If I put on, like, it's just, it's slight, but in person, I don't know if it's coming through. But same with the fingers, right? They didn't, what the fuck? It just fell right off. They didn't paint them the same. It's kind of asinine. That is, that's an interesting way to do a foot. I'll tell you that. And so then, but like that's, gee, what? It doesn't. I don't know. Did I say I like it? See, but the, like, you're getting, I guess it's for, like, I guess you do one. I guess you only want, because you can't be like double tippy toes. But I guess you're going for like poses like that. I don't know why he's so far. That's actually really neat. Like, if you're not, like, kind of fucking brilliant, right? Like, like, because with these guys, they're limited. Like, you're fucking limited. Like, if you want, like, you just can't fucking do stuff. So if you don't want to do a toe hinge or whatever, or if you don't want to improve the ankle rocker, just do a different foot with hinged toes like that. That's actually kind of badass. So we we have that. How does the sword go in the scabbard? What is, they're like, I don't like that. I mean, that's cool, but it's also like tight as fuck. I don't know. There's like weird. Weird me out, homie. How to, like, the head range, by the way, looking down, looking up, not focusing. What am I, Mad Hatter? Ooh, that's a thin. The fucking. That's a thin, oily neck. Why won't you fucking focus? What is this shit? Yeah, that neck is lubed up. Little tiny joint there. Oh, I don't have any faith in that. I don't. It's so weird. I was expecting, usually, god damn. Oh, god damn. Okay. So look, there's the, and then we'll try. What the, whoa. The feet have a square peg. The hands have a round peg. This is like Mcfarlane. You're breaking new ground. Like, you're really fucking going for it, huh? I don't. So fucking weird. I can't get that shit on. Is it on? I think it's on. That hurts my fucking hands. So, okay, I mean, that's cool. Ooh, the fingers, though. These are tight as fuck. These are hard plastic. Oh, that don't feel good. I mean, it's kind of beefy there to make up for it. There's a little of that. I just did the fucking hands for no reason. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's a... that's fascinating. I'll tell you that. But that's a cool little pop. So there's Leo. Let me get this. Ooh, that is... What the fuck? Is that what it's for? Like, that's the tightest... That's fucked up. That's the tightest scabbard ever. I don't know. I don't know what they were going for there. Super tight hands, like, that's I can't get that in there. I don't know. Like that. What do I think of this guy? Like you can do like shit. A weird the feet thing. Like you can do like cool like feet action and whatnot. Ooh, look at that fucking paint. So for I don't know. Fucking scabbard. For $25, it's a little steep. I don't like the paint job, but you get a cool comic with it. So that's pretty cool. And it's not like you can do some weird shit with that knee. Like that's kind of a badass pose. Like that's kind of sick, right? I just don't know. I don't know. When people say like do something new, like this is truly like a newly constructed figure for me, where it's like I've never seen this kind of stuff before. I think I kind of like it. I think I kind of dig it. Like that's a cool Leo. Like he's doing like double swordsman. Not like the best articulation. They're not the best action, but pretty good. Like best action has its own issues, right? But like there's something kind of cool. The best action are also kind of like floppy pieces of shit, but this is like best action. This one's like 35 something. This is like the SDCC exclusive. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. There is something kind of dope about these guys, aside from like various issues you've seen me have. I don't like how loose that peg is, but that's not the worst thing that could happen to you. Oh wait, actually I didn't. I just didn't push it in all the way. Now we're locked in. But it's like I don't know. I would probably just once you get the swords in these fucking hands, leave them there. Don't take that shit out. You have nothing else to hold, and they gave you fists. So that's such a weird ass peg though. I can't. Whatever. You do like a different Leo head. I feel like we're gonna have some like Joy Toy shit where this peg pops out, but this Leo. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I'm kind of divided. I'm kind of impressed. I'll tell you what, final thoughts, if this had better paint, right? Like if you gave this like a NECA quality or a Joy Toy quality paint job, or if at least don't make it like such a flat green plastic, right? Because this is the weird thing. You have, they give you a comic to compare it with like directly, right? And so you can see like it's this is a better green than this green. So it's like you fucked up the paint with like an example. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm doing? Can he actually we're never leaving. God damn, I'm so nervous of breaking these. I do want to see, is it possible for him to two-hand the sword? I'm gonna guess no. Because how could it? Yeah, like you could fudge it. You can like fake it. Well, am I wrong? I mean, it's very fucking close. Like, and I'm bending the shit out of that sword. So not like a natural thing. I don't know. This is pretty cool, but once you see how bright the fucking fingers and toes are compared to the body, that fucks me up in some kind of way. But kind of dope. Kind of dope. Anyways, that'll do it for me. With these fucking hingy knees. His foot fell off. Where'd the foot go? Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Interesting entry from Mcfarlane. We'll see how this pans out. Bye.